Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about my favorite movie of 2019, Jojo Rabbit. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. And before we start, just please subscribe to my channel. It'll help me very much. And while you're there, like the video. And also, if you are subscribed to my channel, be sure to ring the bell for notifications so you never ever miss a video. Now, let's get on with the video. Come on guys, it's free. And before we begin, just leave your opinion down in the comment section below. I'm curious to see what you guys think on the film. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you love it? Is it your favorite film of 2019? Is it your least favorite film of 2019? And what is your favorite film of 2019 if it's not Jojo Rabbit? Be sure to leave that in the comment section below. So even before the pandemic happened and our world was shut down for an entire year, I had the privilege to watch Jojo Rabbit in theaters actually, way before the pandemic even started. Well, actually, I watched it in February in a theater in Santa Barbara, and this was no ordinary movie experience. You see, while most movie theaters have different movies playing in them, like you have different options, like many rows and many movies to choose from. No, not in this theater, because in this theater, they were only playing two movies. One of them was the new movie adaptation of Little Women, and the other was Jojo Rabbit, which was the movie that I wanted to see. Now, you have to understand something. I have not seen all the films of 2019. Now, you guys are probably going to complain in the comment section below, oh, what about this movie? What about this movie? Well, I have not seen Parasite, winner of Best Picture and the Palme d'Or, The True History of the Kelly Gang, which I really want to see, or even Dragged Across Concrete, which actually bombed in theaters, but I really want to see it. I mean, come on, this movie looks amazing. I mean, it got action, it got crime, you have Mel Gibson, you have Vince Vaughn, you have an amazing cast, and I've seen a couple of the shootouts in the movie, and it looks fantastic. And there's also a Grindhouse movie, which I love, by the way. And I know you guys are going to get pretty frustrated in the comments because I'm not mentioning movies that I've seen in 2019 that probably you guys think are the best movies of 2019. Just like Adventures Endgame, which I know a lot of people loved, but it's just not as good and it's 3 hours long and doesn't have the rewatchability of Jojo Rabbit. So I'm sorry for you guys. Still a real good movie. Might review one of these days, but it's not my favorite of 2019, no matter how epic it was. Neither Vast of Night, which I reviewed on the channel a long time ago. I saw it and I loved it. Very inspirational. Was made on a $700,000 budget. If you have not seen it, it's on Amazon Prime, so please check it out. It needs that respect of you guys, so please check it out. Really good movie. Still not my favorite of 2019. Nor Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which I loved, by the way. Quentin Tarantino's one of his finest works. Very excellent movie, but it's at the same level as Jojo Rabbit. Probably this as good as Jojo Rabbit. If I had to pick one, it would probably be Jojo Rabbit in terms of rewatchability, only in those terms. Now let's get on with the review of Jojo Rabbit. It's been far into the review, and I have not talked about Jojo Rabbit, so let's start talking about it and why it's my favorite movie of 2019, and I'll be going over reasons over why. The first and probably most obvious reason is that it's hilarious. I love the humor in this movie. A lot of people somewhat complain about the humor in this movie being either too dark or being too offensive, but I found the right amount of comedy and dark moments in this movie. I mean, what other movie do you see Taika Waititi dressing up as Hitler and being like the central goofball of a movie? I mean, seriously, think about it. I mean, this guy looks like me on my dumbest day. I mean, the humor always lands, and I love how every time I watch it over and over again, it's just like the first time I saw it, I laugh my breath out. I mean, full belly on laughs. This is such a hilarious movie. I have not seen a great comedy movie in such a long time. I remember those movies from the 80s and 90s that used to be so funny, and even from the 70s that were so funny and so fresh, and that you rarely get nowadays. And I sort of miss good comedy movies. I mean, most of the comedies you get nowadays are just cheap, cliched, horribly acted, and just terrible movies. And for a comedy movie like this to succeed in a time of very bad and vulgar comedy movies, I loved it. I mean, it adds a sense of great rewatchability, and I just found it fantastic. Yeah, and most of you Taika Waititi fans are most curious if I have seen Hunt for the Wilder People, and yes, I have, and it's a pretty good movie, but not as good as Jojo Rabbit. I mean, the movie is fresh, funny, and imaginative, but it's just not as good as Jojo Rabbit. I mean, Jojo Rabbit is clearly a more rewatchable movie than Hunt for the Wilder People, though I did like the movie a lot, and if you have not seen it, it's on Netflix, so please check it out. I mean, it's almost like Taika Waititi is restoring humor in every single way, shape, and form that he can possibly can, using every single tactic possible to make a person laugh. But you may be wondering, what about the acting? How good is the acting? I mean, this is a comedy film. The acting is fantastic. Roman Griffin Davis gives such an excellent performance. I mean, he's funny, he's excellent, he's charming, and his character goes through a very great arc in this movie. I think he was fantastic. I think that I'm not sure if he won, best child or young performer, but if he didn't, he should have because his performance in this movie is great. There's scenes in this movie where you just kind of feel like, wow, it's so emotional because he's really compelling as his character. And that brings me to another thing that I like about Taika Waititi. He knows how to balance serious moments with hilarious, fresh, and funny moments. I mean, there's some moments that are hilarious and heartwarming, and then the next thing will be tragic and sad, and it doesn't feel kind of like cut. It doesn't feel like two separate scenes. It feels like a continuing scene, but it just balanced so nicely that it feels natural, and that I really respected from his take of directing. Another actress that I have to say was really good in film was Scarlett Johansson. I mean, besides being in Marvel movies, I thought her performance in this movie was excellent. And there's one scene that's so tragic that is very sad, and I like how Taika Waititi balances that moment. And also, I like the dialogue a lot in this movie. It's very quirky, but not too quirky to be embarrassing. Just has the right amount of just charm and quirk to make it very enjoyable. Another actor in this movie that did a fantastic job was Sam Rockwell. He plays this very kind of serious officer whose story is like he loses his eye and now he's sent to a camp to teach some young kids how to become soldiers. And it's just so funny, each scene with him made me laugh so hard because he does a perfect amount of dry humor, and it was very good also in Seven Psychopaths, which you guys should see. And I also like how subtle some of his background is. Like, there's some scenes in this movie where you start to learn one by one who he really is and, how he got in that position. And it's very calmly put in the film. It's very quietly put in the film, very subtle. And it may take a few rewatches to figure out fully his character, but I thought it was done really, really well. But another one of the actresses that I thought was really and extremely good in this movie was Thomasckenzie. She was extremely good in the film. I thought her performance was fantastic. I mean, she has such good chemistry with Jojo and such a kind of natural friendship with him because at the beginning they don't get along very well. They actually hate each other. But throughout the film, when his ideology changes, they start to respect each other. And I love seeing that transformation. It was such a good character arc on both of them. I mean, all the characters in the movie had such a good arc, but especially these two, top notch. I mean, to be completely honest, she's actually the reason I found the movie of the true history of the Kelly gang. And ever since that, I've been very excited to see it. And also, she's also the reason I found the movie of Last Night in Soho, which I'm a very big fan of. I can't wait till it comes out. I don't think it'll come out in October because there's so many movies coming out in October, but there may be a video coming up on this channel about it soon, so be sure to look out for that. But I can't wait because so far, she's going places. She's going to be in a new M. Night Shyamalan movie. I can't wait to see her career go up. I can't wait. She's such a fantastic actress. Another film with her that I really want to see is Leave No Trace. It came out in 2018, and I believe was her first film. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below. But it's with Ben Foster, who's a fantastic actor. I think he does really good roles. So I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see the True History, the Kelly Gang, Last Night in Soho, and Leave No Trace. He gives you just a great actress. and she was really good in this movie. So anyway, another thing I like about this film is the production design. I have not seen a film this colorful in such a long time. I mean, all the set designs and everything, it's just so bright and colorful, and it's very well used in scenes of happiness and in scenes of like sadness or war and stuff like that. They use very dark colors, and I like how Taika Waititi expresses different moments using color textures. And I think when a director uses that, it's really cool. Now, going back again to JoJo's arc, it's a really well done arc, and I'll get to that why in just a second. Um, but the reason I really like about this movie the most, I mean, the number one reason I really like this movie is because the changes that the characters go through, his ideology changing throughout the film while discovering new things about different people and coming to terms of real life realization. And I think that's really important. I mean, that's what you call an arc. You know, when a character goes through changes that changes either who they are or the people around them. And I think it was really well done in this movie. And back again, what I was saying about Thomasckenzie and Rowan Griffin Davis, they both change each other's arc because their chemistry with each other is extremely good. I mean, like in the beginning, they hate each other, and then they come to terms realization of each other. So for any of you guys who want to become screenwriters, that's how you do an arc. Now, I don't think a lot of you guys know, and I don't think I have ever mentioned this on my channel, but my favorite comedy movie of all time is A Fish Called Wanda. And yeah, hold on to your coconut horses, Monty Python fans, because I do like Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I thought that was a very funny movie. I just prefer A Fish Called Wanda just because of the memorable characters. And I mean, come on, just check out Otto. I mean, he's just such an awesome character. But to be completely honest, I do think Jojo Rabbit might be the best comedy movie of the decade. I have not seen all the comedy movies that have been released in this decade, but so far, I think that Jojo Rabbit has been the most creative, colorful, interesting, and funny comedy movie that I have seen. Because that is rare nowadays to find a really good and special comedy movie. And I think all of us have that one comedy that we just don't get tired of. Though I don't know and still probably will never know how Taika Waititi won Best Adapted Screenplay. I mean, the guy only read half of the book, and he was able to adapt the whole movie, reading half of the book, and still winning Best Adapted Screenplay. I mean, how do you do that? Seriously, how? Now, I have said this many times before, and I'll say it again. You can adapt a book that may not be the best and still make a fantastic movie out of it. I mean, just reading the summary of the book, it doesn't sound so great, but I might read it one of these days and do a book review. But anyway, I still don't know how he won it. I mean, the Academy Award is just so picky about everything that I'm glad he got around them. So just like the final cherry on a cake, my resolution will be very sweet, simple, and easy to digest. In conclusion to my review of this film, I want to thank all the cast of the film and everybody who was a part of it. Your film is awesome. Keep making films. Keep being in films. You guys are amazing. You managed to create one of my favorite films of all time and one of my favorite, if not my favorite movie of 2019. I absolutely love it. And for the very rare chance that anyone from the cast sees this, thank you very much. You are awesome and love this movie very much. So before I go and end this video, I just want to ask you guys a very important question. What is your favorite comedy movie of all time? Or simply, what is your favorite movie of all time? I'm very curious to hear what you guys say. There's some movies that I might expect you guys to say, but I bet there's going to be like one of you that has a movie that, is very not very popular, but when I see it, I love it. So be sure to comment that down below. You can comment anything you want. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. I had so much fun making this video. I really love this movie from the bottom of my heart. I mean, everything about this movie is just so perfect. I love the movie so much. I mean, the acting in it is fantastic and the story is great. And it's just so rewatchable. I love it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. And once again, while I eat my chips, peace out.